You and Michael Phelps have become really good friends.
We have. You know, I met him back in 2000. He was 15 years old. I don't think he even had hair on his arms yet. And I was 33 years old at those Olympics, and he kept calling me Mom. I don't think he even knew my name. So we kind of go back. He still calls me Mom. He did it at these last Olympics, so we kind of have a lot of fun with it.
And you kicked butt. 40 years old at the time. You were 41, right?
41, yeah.
41 years old, kicked butt. Like, what is the mental focus that goes into just kicking these young bitches' asses?
Love that. Well, you know, when I was 17, it was much different. I was just this young kid bouncing off the walls. And at 41, you just see things much differently. And that's how my book title came up. Age is just a number. It's just, and mentally, you're more focused. You have more experience, and you're more mature. So it's just easier.
I heard that you would see girls like throwing up and stuff.
Oh yeah, I would go. There's this place called the Ready Room, and it's where you have to hang out 15 minutes before you swim. And if you're not in that room, you're disqualified. So I'd walk in. I'm like, oh, that girl's about to vomit. I'm going to beat her. And you know, oh, that girl's about to pass out. She's definitely toast. So
why would they be vomiting?
Well, because they were just so nervous before swimming.
Or maybe they had a Trisket.
But yeah, they freak out, and I've been there so many times and so much older that it was just easier for me to go in there. And you know, people made such a big deal about my age, but it really worked to my advantage.
Yeah, it worked to your advantage. Now tell me about the steroid thing. Steroids are rampant in sports. They've been rampant for a while. And I know that you haven't.
Yeah.
So you can set the record straight that you haven't done steroids. But you were in a locker room once, and you heard.
Oh boy. Okay, so I was 15 years old. I was in an international meet in Indianapolis, and I walk in the locker room to go change. I just finished my swimming, and I hear these men's voices, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong locker room. And I run out, and I look on the door. It says women's. I'm like, what? And I go back in, and I had to turn the corner to where the little cubbies were, and I see these East German women talking like men, and I'm like, that was my first introduction to what like steroids and the effects were of them.
What they look like, what their faces look like.
Angular jaws, and they were definitely pretty hairy, and pimples on their backs, and yeah.
Ooh, they have Bethany.
Yeah, total back knee.
Well, Dara says the secret to staying competitive at age 42, she's 42 right now, is something called mashing.
Mashing.
And Dara's mashers, Ann and Steve, are here with us, and they're going to tell us about Well, you tell what the hell is mashing?
Well, you know, you have massage, which you do with your hands, but mashing is done with your feet. And they can start off on chairs if you're not used to it, but then they end up standing on you, and they mash your body with their feet and sort of get all the tension out. And the thing is that your feet don't get tired. You know, our hands do after a while, so you just get as much tension from the beginning of the mashing session than you do to the end. It feels awesome. It looks like it hurts, but it feels awesome. Well, you had it.
I had it done backstage, and I got to tell you something. I'm glad to be here.
Come on,
It was amazing.
Okay, good.
Well, let's go get mashed over here. We have Steve and Ann. Hello. Hi, Ann. Hi. Steve.
I can reach you.
Okay, so you guys are professional mashers.
Yes, we are.
They're professional masters, and I think Finesse and Jackie are going to get mashed right now.
Nice.
And Dara, you tell us this how you do it.
Nice.
Okay, so go lay down so you can get your.
Well, what I do is
You, my dear, are going to
Let's explain what you do.
Okay, well, when I'm done training, I need recovery because I'm a little bit older than those 20-year-old and 16-year-old kids. So I start off with mashing. They also stretch me. But so what they do is they use their feet to get the tension out of my body.
Don't act like you haven't been in those positions before.
So like he'll start standing on her, and I don't think she'll think it's that bad once. How's that feel?
That's my full body.
That's his full body weight. It feels pretty good, and it mashes all the tension out. And it's a little harder to stand on someone's quad. It would really hurt if you're not used to it. They stand on mine, but I'm used to it. But I don't know if Finesse can handle her standing on his quad.
Does it ever burn? Come over here. Does it ever like burn when they're like feel like
good, actually.
like muscle popping or anything?
No, it feels awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really feels good. It's almost like when you take a towel and you wring it, and you get the water out. But when you wring it even more, it gets the tension out, and that's what it feels like on your muscles.
Wow.
It feels good, right?
Yes. Jackie, Jackie, how you feeling down there?
I'm gonna say, I like it. Me gusta.
Te gusta?
They say that men can take more pain than women. No. You crying, and she's laughing, having a great. You're like,
So Dara, you're.
Can I ask you a question though, Tara?
Yeah.
Like, Dara, it takes the tension out, but what's the idea behind, if it takes the tension out, then what can I do that I couldn't do before?
Well, I'll let Steve answer that.
Oh.
Basically, when you take tension out of the muscle, you're able to recover faster. You get rid of toxins quicker. It also realigns the muscle fibers so that when we do our flexibility training, makes it easier for us.
Which is the stretching after I do
Yeah.
after the mashing.
Get to the sex, because you have better sex.
Steve would know that.
Yeah.
The legs certainly go higher.
The legs go higher. Dara Torres' book is Age is Just a Number, and it's in stores now. So go get that book if you want to be as fly as she is. We'll be right back. She called herself the model with the mission in the Top Model House. And if you were watching a week ago, you saw her painful elimination. She's the model with the British name who hails from the heart of Texas. So it's London, but London was not the name that your mama named you.
No.
I didn't know that. What did your mama name you?
My name is Lauren.
Lauren.
yep.
And why'd you change it to London?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think it represents my style. Very like London grunge, but yet I throw in some chic in there. It's just something that in some place I've always wanted to go and to explore, and I love the fashion, and I just love the environment. So I was like,
Have you ever been?
what about it? No.
It's fantastic,
I know.
darling.
I believe you.
You have to go there. I know that you are a street preacher. We talked about that on Top Model. Have you been street preaching since you left Top Model?
It's funny because when I first came into this, I was so driven and I was so like in my zone and my heart was so on fire for God that when I came back, I want to almost say to reality, it just hit me and all of my problems came back, a lot of my struggles, and I really realized that I think I'd rather be known as a teacher rather than a preacher. And even though I do preach, I think that can be even testifying, that can be talking one-on-one to anyone, you know, so definitely I have been teaching, but not so
not
much
preaching.
on the to masses amounts of people, no.
You said problems came back. What problems came back?
Going into the show, I definitely struggle with an eating disorder. It's something that I had under control, I had recovered, but...
So when you entered Top Model, you were in recovery?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I think being surrounded with girls who were naturally 6 feet tall, you know, very, very slender, and I naturally have curves because, you know, my entire family is Italian. We're big bone, we're taller people. So it's something I struggle with because I see these girls, you know, eating normally, and that's something that I can't do. I do have to be, you know, I have to watch what I eat, basically.
Oh, I see. So a lot of the other girls, the ones that were slender, because we had a lot of body types. I mean, Talia
yeah,
was thicker
yes.
and stuff. But some of the other girls that were thinner, they're like grubbing, and you're like,
Exactly. So in my head, I thought I could do the same thing, and I ended up gaining a lot of weight.
how much did you gain on Top Model?
I'm honestly, I want to say about 15 to 20 pounds.
You gained 20 pounds on Top
No
Model?
joke,
I noticed you
yes.
getting bigger, but I didn't know you gained that much.
Yes, yes, and it was
Wow.
really difficult on me, like mentally, just because I was like I'm on a modeling competition. Plus, I'm struggling not to go back to, you know, an addiction that I once had, and I'm trying to, you know, have self-confidence all at the same time. So it was definitely a struggle.
Well, you're a lot thinner now. Did you get here
Yes.
healthily, or what did you do?
When I came back, I definitely was in a different environment. I was able to get the help from my family, the support from my friends, because they knew my, you know, my previous addiction, so they helped me through it. I still have been recommended by loved ones to go seek maybe, you know, a clinic or a rehabilitation, just because that's a place where they can focus 100% on getting me better. But I come from a less fortunate family, so I don't have the funds, and I've been rejected by a lot of clinics.
So, can I ask, have you thrown up after binging since Top Model?
If I'm going to be 100% honest, yes.
You have.
I think once you have an addiction, of course there is recovery on the other side, but there's always that lifelong struggle.
Yeah.
And yes, unfortunately.
I know on America's Next Top Model, you said that you come from a family that doesn't have money. Like you just said that you can't afford recovery.
Yeah.
Well, London, I'm going to help you out. All right. When you get back to Texas, I'm going to try to find a place that you can go to help you with your rehabilitation with your bulimia.
Thank you.
You know, I love the fact that you were in, I guess we would call it a recovery.
Yeah.
You know, but after the competition, you know, you regressed, which is a normal part of certain addictions and issues and problems that we have, and medical issues. Bulimia is a medical issue.
Yes.
So we're going to try to get you some help.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, I know. I'm so happy.
We'll be right back. For more straight talk from Jackie Guerra, go to TyraShow.com and join the Ask Jackie Guerra community group. Did you guys like the Advice Squad? Yeah? I think they're really good, and you're going to be seeing more of them. We'll see you later.